So last week, Tuesday morning, I went in for a massage, a relaxation massage. And by 7 p.m., I want to say that I was in the worst pain, physical pain of my life. And I have given birth to 4 kids via C-section. So go figure. My jaw, my ear, my head, my face, everything on the left side was on fire. But what God showed me through that experience has literally blown my mind. And here I am to share it with you. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Grace for the Journey. I'm Hill Sharanda, and I am so excited, first of all, to no longer be in the pain that I was in last week and to share my experience with you. And I just hope you were blessed by what I was, let's call it privilege, what I was privileged to learn. In that moment, it was not given privilege. It was not privilege. It was like, what have I done to deserve this suffering? But anyway, stay tuned. I'm gonna tell you all about it. So welcome in, welcome back. Glad to have you here. So backstory, and y'all about to get TMI because I just have to lay it all out so you understand exactly what I was dealing with. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that there's been quite a lot in the past years that have been going on, and I literally was in survival mode for the longest time, for so long. And you get to the point sometimes when you go through some levels of pain that you just don't feel other levels of pain. Your pain tolerance increases and increases and increases. And when you have to just keep going, some pain you just learn to ignore, you even forget that it was there. So I've lived long enough to hear about wisdom teeth and the drama and the pain that they can cause. But I never had any issues with any wisdom teeth. I didn't know if they was there, they were out. I didn't go around counting my teeth. And so I just was going about my daily life. And a little while back, I won't tell you exactly how long, but quite some time back, I started to get pain in my side of my face, so like in different teeth at different times. It was about, let's say I felt it in what I thought it was like 3 or 4 different teeth. That's how I felt it in my mouth. And I panicked and I thought, oh, I have done the worst thing ever. I didn't take care of my teeth. And I just convinced myself that if I went to the dentist for anything, they were going to have to take all these teeth out my mouth because how much pain the teeth were causing. Now, mind you, the pain would come and the pain would go. The pain would come and the pain would go. So at times when I'd be thinking, you know what, let me just go in and just deal with it. By that time, the pain is gone and let me just go about my life. I'm good. And so this went on for quite some time, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So last week, Tuesday, I had gone in for a massage. Go and get your massages. Self-care. Go and take care of yourself. So here I am, the person that's always preaching self-care. Go take care of yourself. Like, first of all, I am deciding which part of myself I'm going to take care of. And this just all became so real to me because I know some people don't go for massages because they believe it's going to be so painful, or they feel they feel too vulnerable in that environment with another person. They don't want to take their clothes off. They don't want to be touched. Some people don't go for facials for other reasons. So you'd find some people who maybe they get their nails done, but they don't do something else. So I really got it last week why some people would go for some type of self-care, but not others. Anyway, nonetheless, so I went in for my massage and it was firm pressure. I wouldn't say it was intense. I've had way more intense massages, but it was good pressure and it was good. And I was quiet during the massage. I don't know the therapist personally at this time. And in the previous massages I would go for, if I know the therapist, we're going to talk the whole time. But anyway, I was quiet during this massage and I was listening to meditation as well. So like my nervous system was just like, like I was just calm, relaxed, and I just was taking in the moment and taking in everything. And it was great. So I did that morning and then I left. I did some things throughout the day. And by 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock, I started to get a headache. And I was like, why do I have this headache? And I was like, oh, you know what? You just had a massage. And if you guys don't know, massage really increases circulation in your body and it flushes toxins out. That's what it's known to do. So when you get a massage, it will tell you drink a lot of water so that the toxins could actually leave your body, because now they're all going through your bloodstream. And I think I'm actually going to do an episode on what kind of toxins could actually be in your body, because I know it could sound so medical and technical, but a lot of it sometimes it's literally just stress that has locked in and found places to be stored in your body. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the book that's called The Body Keeps Score. But anyway, we'll get into that in another episode. But I had this massive headache. So I was like, let me go drink some water. So I drank like 2 glasses of water and I started to feel a little better. But then the headache came back again. I was like, you know what? You've been under stress. You also don't know how much stress your body has had from forever. The kid's gonna be fine. Just go lay down and go relax for a bit. So I went to lay down, and I tell you, by 7 o'clock, my whole left side of my face is on fire. I mean, fire. I felt like I was like, what did I do to deserve this? What is going on? It was intense. It was insane. And I don't know. I don't think I've cried like that in a long time. I think I told my mom the last time I cried like that was at the funeral, a loved one's funeral. And it was that bad. So anyway, it was that pain that caused me to finally book that dentist appointment. And now it was an emergency because I waited so long, but I'm gonna get to that. So the next morning I called, and actually it wasn't even that morning, it was like the afternoon. Because the pain had subsided, I did some things and I prayed to God. I'm like, God, I need to sleep. I took painkillers, did all the things. And I was just trying to meditate and just get through the night. And it subsided a little bit, but I was like, I can't ignore this. I still have to deal with this. Even though in this moment it doesn't feel as bad as it did, I can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. I cannot keep up with this trend. So I made an appointment for an emergency visit the following morning. So here I am Thursday morning with a dentist, and she was amazing. She was gentle, like she explained everything so thoroughly. I think she could see that I was nervous. Funny story. My son's favorite movie right now is David, and there's a song that he sings all the songs, but on the way there, like there's not a lot of things that make me afraid. But like I said, somehow I was convinced that when I go in to this dentist office, that they had to take all my teeth out of my mouth and I was going to end up with dentures or something. Like, it doesn't even make no sense when I say it out loud. But on the way there, I was thinking, and I started singing the song from the movie, I Will Not Be Afraid. Because I have heard him sing this song over and over and over. And I was like, girl, you are really doing too much. Not you who be telling people and telling your kids, God is not giving you the spirit of fear. But anyway, that fear will do something crazy. Fear is, anyway. So I go in, and she's, like I said, she's explaining everything. And they said between her and I think I don't remember who said it, her assistant was like, it's going to take 15 minutes. We're going to freeze the area. And I'm skipping. So I go in and they do these x-rays. And the minute they started to do all the clicking, I'm like, oh God, what are they seeing? What is happening? And I explained the pain. I'd already explained the pain. I explained it again. And she looks at the x-ray and she looks at the picture and she says, all of that is coming from this one tooth. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, like, I feel it down here too. She's like, yep, it's coming from that one tooth right there. And I was like, okay, like, make this make sense to me. And she says, well, it's a good thing. She said it needs to be removed. And she said, it's a good thing that it's a wisdom tooth because you don't have to lose any of your actual teeth. And I was like, I have a wisdom tooth that's out? I did not even know that I had a wisdom tooth that had come down. And something to do with it's coming down, but it wasn't anything at the bottom to push it back. Like it was a whole thing. And she said, nope, all of these issues are coming from, I won't get into detail, but coming from the issues that you're having with that one tooth. Once we pull that tooth out, you'll notice the pain will go away. I was not convinced. So she said to me, you know what, let's deal with that. And then we'll give it some time. And if you still feel any pain elsewhere, then we'll deal with it then. Of course, she knew what she was talking about. Then they told me that it's going to take about 15 minutes. They're going to freeze, they're going to use the needle and freeze the area. And so my face will be numb, so they'll extract the tooth. and said it's going to take about 15 minutes. And then she said that it'll take, the assistant I think told me that it's going to take about an hour for the extraction. So, because I'm trying to manage my time to see how long it's going to take. Am I going to be able to get my kid on time and all these different things? Because I had some things, I had some errands to run. Listen, my teeth, my face was numb by like within 5 minutes. And the extraction, first of all, the needle that I thought was gonna, I had my toes curled, everything just braced. I barely felt that needle. And that extraction did not even take 15 minutes. When she said, okay, it's all out, I was like, oh, it's out? And then she said, yeah, I was able to get it right out. By the way you were describing it, I was thinking maybe I would have needed to give you some antibiotics for some infection, and then you come back later so I can deal with it. She said there was no infection, there was nothing. I said, oh, am I going to need stitches? She's like, nope, you're good. You're good. And she explained all the post-care. Okay, backstory done. So you guys should have an idea where I'm going with this. Lesson number 1. Unhealed pain does not go away on its own. Unhealed issues do not disappear. They wait for you to take action. This is why I always say it's a myth when they say time heals all wounds. Time isn't healing the wound. The wound is just sitting there, sometimes giving you some problems. Then sometimes it feels okay. Then it'll bounce back up and give you more problems. And it'll just keep doing this ping pong until you decide to go in and face whatever that thing is that you need to face. And the thing about it is, for me, it was something good that I went to enjoy that I could not fully enjoy because I didn't deal with an issue that in my mind was completely unrelated. Because tell me, what does a tooth have to do with a massage? Now, I just explained how when you get a massage, it increases blood flow and all of that. So during that process of toxins being released to my bloodstream and the body just shifting and the body reacting to that massage was when I feel like every pain receptor, all the nerves and the side of everything was happening on the side. But what does a tooth really have to do with a massage? Lesson number 2. Fear exaggerated the problem. Because how silly do I sound now, even to myself, saying that I thought they had to take all these teeth out my mouth because I was afraid. It only took me going in. Like, what is the worst that could happen? Even if they had to take all the teeth out my mouth, we're in 2026. That they could get replaced. The way technology and everything is advanced right now, that wouldn't even be an issue. I mean, financially probably, but and the way fear had me thinking, it just is insane. Fear is irrational. Fear will always exaggerate the problem. Let's call it what it is. Fear is of the devil. And the devil don't want you to be happy. He don't want you to be pain-free. He don't want you to deal with whatever is going on with your life so you can move on and live a successful life and just enjoy your time. He wants you to be miserable. So he will continue to put fear and bring fear and just exaggerate so you will avoid from dealing with that problem. One tooth, 15 minutes, 15-minute fix that I could have done. I won't even tell you how long ago. 15-minute fix. And unfortunately, this is why a lot of people stay stuck. It's not because healing is impossible. It's because fear makes it feel like it's unsurvivable. Like, there's no way I could face this. There's no way I could get through this. Point 3. Now, one thing I didn't say. So, you go for your regular cleanings, and depending on how much time has been in between, then you might need a deeper cleaning, right? Because I didn't go in for my regular cleaning, guess what the wonderful dentist said to me? We got to get you in for a deep cleaning. Regular cleaning had become now deep cleaning. A manageable issue has now become a bigger problem. Delaying your healing is not helping. It is hurting. Delayed healing always has a price tag. Always has a price tag. How many people have you heard they waited until they were in excruciating pain and they finally went to the doctor and the doctor gives them a diagnosis that is now, there's nothing much we can do except make you comfortable, because they ignored the pain. They tried to push it aside because they was too afraid of what the doctor was going to say. Maybe too afraid of what the therapist is going to say. Too afraid of what is going to come if they confront their boss or confront somebody about something. Fear will exaggerate the problem to make you delay. But when you delay it, it's always going to be a bigger problem. How many of us have unprocessed grief sitting somewhere in some pocket in our body? Something that we just tuck away, we just moved on or think we moved on, and we have not addressed it. And remember, grief isn't always death. How many of us have unresolved issues that we are avoiding? And I want to go back to that point where I said I went for a massage. It was something good. Something good that what was supposed to be enjoyable turned into straight on trauma for me. How many people, how many women are waiting on their Boaz, but yet they have issues that they haven't dealt with? So when this wonderful gentleman comes, the relationship blows up into something else. And something good that God sent, something good that was meant to be enjoyed, can no longer be enjoyed because of some issue that hasn't been dealt with, and vice versa. How many men are saying they're waiting on their queen and all this stuff, but yet you haven't dealt with your issues, and now you come and try to go and damage a good thing, damage this wonderful woman. I think that was one of the biggest ones for me. The fact that I went for a good thing, I went for something enjoyable to help me, and I'm grateful that I went because I almost canceled that appointment. But how many of us are not able to enjoy good things because we have issues we haven't dealt with, whether it's physical, whether it's emotional, mental, whatever it may be. If you have unresolved issues or pain that comes and goes, if you have some grief that's lingering, please go see about yourself. Please go see about yourself. Do not allow fear to hold you back from checking out what is going on, because the longer you wait, it's just going to get worse. When we operate like this, we're not able to experience the blessing fully. We get triggered, overwhelmed, derailed, not because the good thing was wrong, not necessarily because the good thing wasn't for you, because we like to make these comments and say all the things, but it was because there was something unhealed underneath that couldn't handle the good thing. That tooth could not handle all the increased circulation that was coming from that massage. As I have made a commitment, I want you as well to make one. I don't want you to wait until the pain becomes unbearable for you to deal with it. I don't want you to wait until pain forces you to go and see about yourself. I want you to deal with healing now before it costs you more. And if y'all thought I was loud about healing before, healing, I'm going to be louder, because this experience has shown me firsthand in another way. I've experienced it in other ways, but now from another angle, how detrimental it is when we don't deal with issues. So I'm going to preach it until I can't preach it anymore. But I want you to choose healing now. Don't wait until it's too late. Please don't wait until it's too late. If you're carrying unprocessed grief, pain, loss, and you may not even know where to start, grab my free grief guide from down below, and it will give you a starting point on how you can begin your healing journey. Remember, you are capable for many things. You have the capacity to handle this. Do not let fear grip you and keep you stuck. You have a destiny to fulfill and a journey to continue, and you are graced for this journey. If this has blessed you in any way, or if you know someone who needs this, please share this with them. Share this with whoever you may know may need this and who is holding unprocessed pain somewhere. Please share this with anyone you may know who's holding or carrying unprocessed pain, trauma, and they don't know where to begin. Please share this with them. go ahead and give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for the next video, because from this one incident, I promise you, there's been about, I don't know how much lessons. So this is about to be a series. Y'all have a blessed day. I love you. See you next time.